If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Welcome to the 7th degree. Today we're talking about developing your personal philosophy. What is a personal philosophy and why do we need to have one? Your personal philosophy is how you show up in the world and why. It's the legacy we leave every single day. It's the mark we make on the world. It's your energy signature. And we're going to talk about how to develop that personal philosophy, cultivate it, and allow it to call you into a greater and higher version of yourself. So welcome to the 33 degrees. If you're just getting here, I highly recommend that you go back to the beginning and start there. And for those that are ready, let's jump right in. So let's start with why your personal philosophy matters. This is part of your identity creation. You are going to be called into a higher version of yourself as you intend to abide by this personal philosophy that you set for your life. It'll act as your moral compass. When you find yourself at that crossroad where you don't know what to do and you're left to your own devices, you're going to lean on your personal philosophy and it's always going to be the best decision to make. It's going to give you consistency in your conduct. You're not going to have to question, how do I show up right now? You're going to know exactly how to show up because you are going to abide by your personal philosophy. This prevents you from acting out of character. And anytime you're about to, your personal philosophy will keep you in check. Abiding by your personal philosophy is going to program your subconscious mind so that your autopilot system is what it ought to be. You are imbuing your subconscious mind with the personal philosophy, and that personal philosophy will be your automatic response to the world. You will have embodied it and you will express it. You will emanate it and it will affect the hearts and the minds of other people just through the power of your presence alone. And it's going to give you resilience in any uncertainty. Again, it doesn't matter what crossroad you find yourself at. Anytime you don't know what to do, things are hard, you're unsure of yourself, and you are just absolutely uncertain of what the future holds, that's fine. You're going to find yourself at that crossroad plenty more times. Lean on your personal philosophy. Now let's talk about the components of your personal philosophy, starting with your values. When I was in the United States Army, they instilled the 7 Army values in us: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. And there's a reason for that, because when we cultivate a powerful relationship with those values govern our conduct. When we are in the heat of the moment, whatever we're doing, we lean on those values the same way we do in our own personal philosophy. They will govern your conduct. But what are your values? Is loyalty one? Integrity? Duty? Whatever they are for you, know what they are. Develop a powerful and intimate relationship with those values. Understand how those values will govern your conduct. This is all programming. As you have this conversation with yourself and you develop this relationship with these values, they become part of your subconscious programming, part of your autopilot system. So know what you value and why. Number 2, it's going to act as your moral compass. You will never have to worry about not knowing what to do when you just lean on your personal philosophy. And part of your personal philosophy ought to be just always do what you know to be the right thing to do, and never anything else. Under no circumstances, for any reason, do you ever deviate from your moral compass. Do you ever not do what you know to be the right thing to do? Your personal philosophy will be your moral compass. Your personal philosophy is going to be the standard that you set for yourself. It's going to be the standard that you set for other people, what you tolerate, what you won't tolerate. You have to know what that standard is, and you have to adhere to it at all times. We do not deviate from our personal philosophy. Your personal philosophy contains every single guiding principle in your life. Whatever that principle, axiom, law is, know what it is. Write it on paper. Program that into your mind. What are the guiding principles that govern your life? For example, I will always do the right thing, no matter what. Let that be a guiding principle and abide by it, and watch how that calls you into a version of yourself that no other thing possibly could do. There's no way, if you chose to not deviate from that principle, there's no way you wouldn't be called into a version of yourself that is far removed from the one you are now. If you just decided that I will no longer ever not do the thing that I know to be the right thing to do, like, watch what happens to your life. That's a tall order, I know, but you can handle it. And lastly, your personal philosophy is your vision. It's the direction for your life. It's how you want to impact the hearts and the minds of those that you serve on your journey. It's you embodying the man or the woman that you want to be so that you can create the change that you want to see in the world. So ask yourself, what is the change that I want to see in the world? Who is the man or the woman that I have to become to make that a reality? And then make that a part of your personal philosophy, and do not deviate. Now let's talk about the personal philosophy, your personal philosophy, and how it is going to bring you face to face with your shadow. As you begin to set this new standard for your life, this personal philosophy, and you commit to zero deviation, you are going to be challenged. You're going to get scared. You're going to inevitably and indubitably be called into a higher version of yourself. And you are going to have to, in the moment, decide to step into that higher version of yourself, and to decide that the old me would have just done A, but I am now going to do B. I will not be the person that I was, and I will be the man or the woman who is nothing but absolutely 100% aligned with my personal philosophy. Do not treat your shadow like your enemy. Let it govern your conduct. Let it present to you what you need to go through, grow through, so that you can get to where you're going. This isn't an easy journey. We've spoken about this plenty times, and I'm going to remind you, this is hard work. But it's work that needs to be done, and it's work that's worth it. So keep doing the work. This is where you develop your character. When you decide the man or the woman that you want to be, and you recognize that that is not who you are, and you do not deviate from your personal philosophy, that process, that closing of that gap, that is where you develop your character. And that is the most important thing that you will ever develop. Your character and your reputation precede you. It is your most valuable asset, is your reputation. More than anything, more than any money you've ever touched, more than any money that you'll ever see, ever make, there is nothing that you need to cultivate more than your character. And that's why you have a personal philosophy. Understand this, guys, women, everybody. We live in a world where they're sick and tired of hiring talent. They're looking for character. You can be taught the skills. You can be coached, trained, mentored. Be somebody who's teachable and coachable, and develop your character. And you'll be the person that people start to pick, because that's hard to find. It's the rarest, it's the smallest and least tapped market on planet Earth. The market of good fucking people. Develop your character and watch how it changes your life. Your reputation is everything. Now let's talk about some practical steps that you can begin to apply and work through to build your personal philosophy. Number one, do a self-audit. Just ask yourself, like, what is important to you? What matters in your life? And just start becoming familiar with those things. And allow yourself to choose the things that really matter. Not the things that really matter that you don't feel like you have the time for and aren't likely to make a reality. I'm talking about the things that really matter. Let those in. Let those be an option. And get familiar with those. Number two, just begin to look ahead. Think about who you want to be. How do you want to show up in the world? What kind of life do you want to live? Just begin to envision that. Have that vision for your future. that desire, have a well understood, a very intimate relationship with the desires that you have for the man or the woman that you want to be and the life that you want to live. Get very clear on that. As you get clear on that, you are going to be called into that. But you have to get clear. Number 3, write down your personal philosophy. Just for right now, as a beginning stepping stone. It's going to grow. It's going to change. It'll evolve. You're going to refine. But take one sheet of paper and just begin to write, what kind of man or woman do I want to be? And what kind of life do I want to live? What kind of human experience do I want to have? And just put it on paper one time. Let that be the beginning process of you developing a powerful personal philosophy. And then number 4, whatever you write down from this day forward, embody it, practice it, step into that calling. Every decision you make, every action you take, every thought you have, every deed you do, I'm telling you, do not deviate from your personal philosophy. Live it daily and then just refine it over time. Every day as you embody your personal philosophy, you're going to grow through what you go through. And in that process, we refine until we have defined who we truly are and who we really want to be. And we have become that person. And then from there, it's a constant evolutionary growth phase. Like we're always growing. We're always stepping into higher levels of our potential. But there's a version of you that you can become that will be the best version of you that you could be to be on this journey of continued growth and evolution for the rest of your life. Let's get back to that. Let's get to that. And let that be our baseline. Let your personal philosophy be your baseline. Your personal philosophy is the lens through which you see the world. And it becomes the lens that people begin to see you through. When you embody your personal philosophy and you do not deviate, you will attract and create and cultivate a reality second to none. If this video hit home for you and you feel called to step into a higher version of yourself and begin to create or refine your personal philosophy, then put down in the comments something that you're going to begin doing today that you're going to apply and add to your personal philosophy. And that's all she wrote for today, folks. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the 8th degree.